the webinar. Okay, over to you, Sushil.
Yes, thank you. Is my voice is audible to you?
Yes, Sushil, you can share your screen also.
Yes, 1 minute. Yes, thank you so much for giving such a wonderful introduction about me and yes, our organization. Yes, so before starting it, I just need to confirm that is my voice is audible as well as can you see my screen?
Yes, Sushil, we can hear you.
Okay. So first of all, welcome everyone for this wonderful session on machine learning. Right. Here into this session, I'm going to discuss about some of the basics of machine learning so that you will get an idea what it is. Okay. Then we will going to discuss about the temporal mining. Right. With temporal mining, I'm going to show you some sort of real-time demos also so that you can get some more awareness about the same topic. Okay, like what it is, how it is, when it is, and why we are actually discussing about it. Right. Then I'm going to discuss about some of the basic introductory part and all. Right. I only need one thing from your end. If you find out any difficulties in between the session, feel free to ask. Do not hesitate. Okay, either you can write down your queries over the chat window. Okay, and if it is required, you can unmute and you can speak. That's fine. Okay, now let me talk about the agenda of today's session. We will going to discuss about why we are talking about it, because it's very important. Whenever you go into any technology, it's important to understand why it is, right? Then we will going to talk about some introductory part of machine learning, where I'm going to tell you some of the reason why we are taking it as well as what it is. Then we will going to discuss with a comparison between the human learning and the machine learning, right? Then I'm going directly into the temporal mining as our main topic for today's session. I'm going to show you some real-time demo that will going to make you show that how temporal mining is playing a very crucial role, okay, for answering some of the queries which are very difficult to answer manually. Then I'm going to discuss about some key topics, some average salary in case of machine learning, some projects which Livewire offered, okay, in machine learning part, which actually belongs to the temporal mining also, and one end node. Right. Now, one big set of queries comes up into the mind that why we are talking about machine learning. Okay. So let me take a very realistic example for the same. Okay. Here you can analyze that we have, let's suppose I am a programmer. I'm taking a very realistic example to make it explain why we are talking about it. Let's suppose I am a programmer, okay, and one bank approached to me. That bank is ICICI Bank. For example, you people are the owner of this bank. Okay, so you approach me and you told me that yes, Sushil, we need one application which can detect 10 fraud. Okay, so ICICI Bank, like you people, gave me a list of 10 fraud. Okay, you gave me a list of 10 fraud. These are the frauds done by the customer. So you require an application which detect that fraud, and that application will going to make them block. That's fine. So I understand your requirement, and I said that yes, it will going to cost 1 lakh rupees. So ICICI Bank is okay to pay that because they require this application, and I'm very much happy that I'm getting some money. That's right. Now I am having two approaches here. The very first approach is explicit programming. What I'm going to do here, in case of explicit programming, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some if-else condition like the normal programming you have done in C programming. Like I'm going to put if fraud number 1 is there, okay, it is detected. Else if fraud number 2 is there, it is detected. This type of programming scenario is normally known as explicit programming. That's fine. And yes, I am comfortably able to design an application which can detect 10 fraud. That's right. So the requirement is already fulfilled. But here one sort of problem will get introduced. The problem is my application is able to detect only 10 frauds. But what will going to happen when a new fraud came into the market? That's a big set of question. In that case, you will feel like that whatever application and the system you have created, that is already outdated. That's right, because your application is not able to detect a new fraud, because it is designed to detect the 10 frauds, whatever they were. Now think over in reality. Now think over in reality. In reality, you will going to hear like that every day new frauds are coming. Customers and peoples are finding new ways of making a fraud. So it means your application gets outdated very soon, and in that case ICICI Bank is still in pain. ICICI Bank will approach again to me and they will going to say, okay sir, we require to add these frauds also. I am happy because I am getting some money from it. That's fine. But think over it, that if in this way ICICI Bank include one fraud every day, what will going to happen after 10 years? After 10 years, you will going to find out no ICICI Bank is there. That's right. Why you are not finding any ICICI Bank? Because ICICI Bank have already paid all of their money, okay, just to work with this application. So this is not a good way. And this is the way the applications were developed into the market many years back, right? But if I am going to talk about today's scenario, the scenario is completely changed. What other approach I am having is, I am going to make the same application on the basis of the algorithm. Now what will going to happen on the basis of the algorithm I am designing it? This is other than explicit programming. Okay, other than explicit programming is all about according to the experience I am training my system. Okay, and what will going to happen in that case? In that case, my machine will going to self-learn as a human is learning. Okay, like we people learn, in the very same way your machine also learn. So it means if a new fraud came, your machine is able to identify it and it will going to make it block. So what type of advantage ICICI Bank will going to get? That the system never going to be outdated. Now whatever system designed by us is not going to be outdated. So ICICI Bank do not require to pay again and again and again. Now think over it. How many applications are available into the market which are going to use this kind of strategies? Even if you are going to be the programmer, you will going to use this strategy always, because you know from this particular strategy the application is never going to be outdated, and yes, the person and the client who gave you that application will going to love it a lot. That's right, they love it a lot, because they know that whatever application Sushil is making, that is awesome, right? If he is taking 50,000 more as a charge, that is fine, but the application he is actually making, it is awesome, right? It is actually covering all the set of requirements what we are actually expecting. That's fine. I'm going to give you one more reason why we are talking about machine learning. This is going to be one more example. If I talk about the investment, okay, on the basis of the market scenario in hardware, in software, and in services segment, we will feel like that in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on. In these different years, you will feel like that the amount in USD dollar is actually increasing with time. What it is actually indicating? It is indicating that in hardware, software, and services segment, more and more development is happening into the market. More and more development is happening into the market. It means the requirement of machine learning engineers are going to be more and more. And you find out by 2024, this will going to reach to such a huge amount. That's fine. Now let me understood how the human learning actually works. Okay, let's suppose I'm giving you one situation. Okay, you have to revert me over the chat window. Okay, let's suppose you did a mistake yesterday. You are at your home, okay, and you did a mistake yesterday. That's right. And as you did a mistake, your parents gave you some rewards. Okay, the rewards are going to be the slap on your face. Okay, they gave you some slap on your face. Okay, do not take it personally. Okay, so they gave a slap on your face. right? Why they gave a slap? Because you did a mistake. Now tell me, are you going to repeat the same mistake today? Yes or no? Just tell me,
No, sir.
are you going to repeat the same mistake today?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm getting no, no, no as an answer. Okay, from chat window also. So I think 100 out of 100 participant will going to feel like that. Okay, no, we are not going to repeat it. That's right. We are not going to repeat it. Now, yes, that's absolutely correct. I'm not going to repeat it. Why I'm not going to repeat it? Because I know if I'm going to repeat that same mistake today, the intensity of the slap will going to be more today, right? And even the quantity will going to be more. Like yesterday my parents gave me one slap. Today if I am going to repeat the same mistake, the intensity will going to be twice, as well as the quantity is also going to be twice. So today it might be possible I am going to get 2 slaps in place of 1 slap. That's right. So it means human are learning from their experience. Human learn from their experience. For example, if you see such type of shape, okay, you normally call this shape as a bird. Okay, why you call it as a bird? How you able to identify that this type of shape should be called as a bird? Because you learn from your experience. Your teacher in your school make a drawing in front of you, and after making that drawing they told you that if you find out this type of shape, you call them as a bird. So it means you learn it somewhere, and as you learn it into your past, you are able to answer it. That's fine. So this is the way human actually learn from their experiences, right? And if I talk about machine learning, the learning is quite similar, because in case of machine learning also, we teach a particular machine according to the past experiences. According to the past experiences. For example, I'm going to give some data to my machine, okay? Then with the help of a camera, my machine is going to see that particular shape. The machine will going to compare that shape with the data given. So this data, whatever we give initially, what it is, it's an experience. Okay, it's actually the experience we are giving, and with this experience the machine will going to compare this shape, and machine will going to say, okay, it's a bird. This is machine learning. Okay, so machine learning is all about self-learning skills in a machine, so that a machine can take some sort of better decisions, right? So it means here the learning is on the basis of experience, and this learning is completely similar as we make it compare with the human learning. That's fine. And this is the only reason machine learning is so much famous into the market. Even if you are going to talk about 100 application nowadays you have, trust me, in 100 application, 95 applications are working on machine learning. Okay, I'm not going to say that a big segment of that application is on machine learning. It might be possible that a small segment is there, but yes, machine learning will be there because it's actually a need of the market. That's fine. Now let me go into our main topic, that is the temporal mining, right? Everybody is having one question whenever they will going to read this word temporal, what it is. Okay, hey, temporal mining is actually a part of data mining, and data mining is a very big set of segment. That's fine. In case of data mining, we try to extract some information from a particular data, right? You can make it relate with the word mining. For example, we are doing the diamond mining. So what is diamond mining? In diamond mining, we are finding the diamonds into a mining. That's fine. So there are so many people or labor of label there, okay, who are searching for the diamond, okay, inside the earth. That's fine. So it means they are mining, they are finding something. So whenever it comes to the data mining, it's all about extracting the information from your data. So data mining is having so many different types. Okay, like the spatial mining is there, web mining is there, and temporal mining is there.
We are not able to hear you, Sushil.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, give me 1 minute. Somebody is making me muted. Okay, now you are not able to make me mute.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hey, please do not do these silly type of things. I mean, you are making me mute in between. Okay. So I hope I have to resume from this slide, right? Temporal mining. Can you please acknowledge?
Yes, Sushil.
Okay. Hey, so I was actually talking about what the temporal mining is actually. Okay, whenever it comes to the temporal mining, okay, it's actually one of the part of data mining. Okay, and whenever it comes to the data mining, we are trying to extract some information from our data. Okay, this is similar. You can make it relate with some real-time examples also, like it is mining, right? And I hope you heard about diamond mining, okay, where a person is trying to find out the diamonds, okay, from the mines. Okay, so from the mines somebody is trying to find out the diamonds, so that is diamond mining. In the very same way, we have a big term name as data mining, where we try to extract some information about the data. Okay, we try to make them process and extract some information. That's fine. Now the data can be anything. That's why they are further splitted into three parts: spatial mining, web mining, and temporal mining, where the today's session is actually on temporal mining. And in temporal mining, I'm mainly going to discuss about how we are able to deal it out when we have time related data in most of the real time environment. Okay, and trust me, whatever projects I deal it out, okay, I analyze that whenever the time get introduced in a problem, the problem gets more complex. That's right, and that is the only reason I choose that particular topic, just to make you address that whenever you get a time related problem, how you are able to extract some sort of information from it. That's fine. Now the main goal of temporal mining is finding some information from a particular data. The data is going to be time related only. Okay, and here we need to cover up some of the basics part. Okay, how we are able to model the time related data. Okay, what is time series? Okay, how we are able to detect a particular pattern. Pattern detection plays a very crucial role. For example, I think you heard it, it came in the newspaper yesterday that some of the companies there who give some estimates about the COVID-19, and according to their estimates in COVID-19, it is analyzed that the COVID-19 cases will going to reduce very soon in India. So it's a good news, right? It's a good news. How they are actually doing it? Through the temporal mining only. That's fine. Similarly, how we are able to deal it out with the sequences. Okay, sequences is all about data where you are not able to change the sequences. Okay, you can take an example of paragraphs also, right? I think you have seen that whenever you're trying to write down any statement or any paragraph in your Word document, the Word document is able to identify where you made the errors. How it is identifying it? It is identifying because here whatever documentation you are writing, it is checking them according to a sequence, and after finding it through the sequence, it is answering that okay, this word if you are using into your document, it is giving this type of error, you have done this type of mistake. That's fine. So this is all temporal based. This is just few example I'm giving. Other than that, there are tons and tons of examples available for the same. Okay, now whenever it comes to the database of temporal mining, okay, first thing I need to introduce that yes, it's going to be a sequence based. Okay, and whenever it comes to the sequence based data, okay, time will be a very crucial part. That's fine. So whenever it comes to the temporal, we talk about the time related mainly. That's fine. And we have the traditional also databases where the time and the sequence is not going to be a big set of impact. This I'm not going to discuss into this session. My main focus is on time related data. Excuse me. Okay, now let me take an example for such type of data. Now you find out we have one column as a date, we have the name of that particular person, we have some SSN number, we have the address and their salary. That's fine. Now you think over it. In 2/12/202, okay, we have certain set of salary for this particular person. After that, in 8th month, the salary got 52. In 12 and something, the salary got 52 again. Okay, so what it is actually indicating? It is indicating that with time, Smith's salary is getting increased. So do you feel so it's a time related data? Yes, it is. And this data is having a particular sequence. Okay, if you are going to disturb that sequence, disturbing the sequence means this row number 2, if I am going to write down in row number 1, what will going to happen? A big set of problem will get introduced, because if you are changing the sequence, the actuality and the importance of the data, the significance of the data is completely destroyed. It is completely destroyed. So it means you are not able to change the sequence and all. So it's a sequence related data we have. That's fine. Now whenever it comes to the modeling part of temporal data, okay, we have certain set of methods which we are able to use, where the method which I love the most is the RNN. Okay, other than that there are few more methods available. Okay, like association rule based, you are able to do that. Okay, according to the Markov model you are able to do that. But the best thing which plays a very crucial role in nowadays is going to be the recurrent neural network. So recurrent neural network is the main concept which I am going to use today, okay, for the main set of session. So before starting, let me talk about how neural network actually works. Okay, whenever it comes to the neural network, they work similar to the human brain. Okay, neural networks work similar to the human brain. And what neural network actually have? They have a very complex structure. That's right, where you analyze that we provide some sort of inputs to the neural network input, and we get some outcome from the neural network outcome. Now the working of neural network is completely similar to the working of human brain. Like the way our human brain work, in the very same way neural network work. Okay, and trust me, neural network plays a very crucial role in nowadays life. Okay, because it is able to handle so much complex set of problem, that's fine. Now one very small set of question I am having on biomedical segment, just to give you a glimpse about neural network is, tell me, if you want to lift your hand, okay, how the information is transmitted by the brain. So from your brain, it is required to send some information to your hand, okay, that the hand requires to lift up, okay, and you want to make it lift down, whatever operation you want to perform. Tell me how our brain send the information. One small set of question I am asking. Through nerves. Okay. What others are thinking about the same? So Shashank thinks that through nerves. What about others? Hey, what about others? through neurons. Hey, now is going to be the secondary part, okay? And trust me, the very primary part is going to be the neuron. If you do not have neuron, nerve is not able to do anything. That's fine. So whenever it comes to the transferring any information in our brain, neuron is going to be the very important part. That's fine. In the very same way, we try to develop the neurons in case of neural network, and these neurons are going to be the artificial neuron. That's fine. Now you find out wherever you find out these ports, these are nothing but the neurons. That's fine. And what these neurons are doing, they are just transmitting the information. The first neuron is collecting some input, and this neuron is transmitting the information to the next layer. This next layer is giving the final information to the output layer. So this thing is actually indicating that, okay, it is actually proceeding in the very same way as our human brain actually do. That's right. Now, this thing I already discussed, that neural network actually works similar to the human brain, and they process the information. Okay, trust me, they are capable of working with so many different set of issues, right? So yes, in human brain we have neurons that are resulting in transmitting all the information here. That's fine. Similarly, in case of neural network, we have artificial neuron that are also known as perceptron, which will going to take some input and provide some sort of outcome. So they also work in the very same way to transfer any information. That's fine. So neuron plays a very crucial role in case of artificial neurons as well as the human brain. That's fine. Now the neural networks are further classified into three categories: artificial neural network, convolutional neural network, and recurrent neural network, where today I am going to discuss about the recurrent neural network. In case of recurrent neural network, the very main part is how the system is able to deal it out when we have a sequence related problem. Okay, whenever we have a sequence related problem, how we are able to handle it. For example, you need to find out some mistake from a paragraph. Okay, how you are able to find it? Are you able to find it out any mistake from a paragraph when the paragraph is completely shuffled? No, you are not able to. You are able to find out only the information when your paragraph is having certain set of sequence. That's fine. And now with the certain set of sequence, you analyze one thing, that if you are reading the next word, you are storing the information about the last word also. Are you storing it? Yes, exactly we are. If I want to find out what is there in the next set of thing, okay, like I'm going to talk about work like a human brain. So this is going to be my small set of paragraph, for example. Now if I want to find out whether the things are correct or incorrect, okay, what I needs to do? I needs to remember the sequence in our brain. If I'm able to remember the sequence, I'm going to find out, no, AN should not come here, because I remember the sequence. That's fine. So in case of RNN, we have certain features which are able to remember the sequence. As they are able to remember the sequence, we are able to utilize it in the most effective way. So that's why whenever it comes to the recurrent neural network, as it is identifying the sequence, it is the extension of basic neural network. Okay, where if I talk about the neuron, okay, what they actually do, they transmit the information from one layer to another layer. That's right. Recurrent neural network are utilized for recognition as well as for the prediction kind of application. Okay, here we can deal out with the sequence and the time related data to produce some outcomes which are previously unknown to us. That's right. And yes, if we talk about the temporal, yes, I'm talking about the time related data. Okay, it is going to play a very crucial role to inputting some sort of information about the same. Right. Now a very small set of difference I want to make it discuss in case of our basic neural network and recurrent neural network. If I talk about the basic neural network, it's actually work on the feed forward type of method, where we give the inputs to our first neurons, then it processes to the next one, and then it processes to the outcome. Okay, but whenever it comes to the recurrent neural network, somewhere it have the information about the sequences, because if I talk about the time related data, without understanding the sequence we are not able to answer anything. This thing I am going to explain in the very next slide also, so don't worry about the same. But right now you just need to understand it, that whenever it comes to the recurrent neural network, they actually store the last state. They actually store the last state. Without storing the last state, it is not able to deal out with the sequence based problem. Let me discuss it through a particular set of problem. Let's suppose I'm the owner of Amazon, for example. Okay, I'm the owner of Amazon, and let's suppose I want to discuss how much sale Amazon will going to do in next month. How much Amazon sale will going to do in next month. Okay, so I just need to find out some values for the sales for the next month. How I am able to find it out? For finding the sales in next month, I need the data for last 10 years, for last 5 years. So whenever I get the data for last 5 years and 10 years, the system will going to read the data according to a sequence. The data should be in a sequence only. Okay, so the system is able to understand and read that particular sequence, and according to the sequence the system will going to find it out. Okay, the sale should be $10,000 million. So it is $10,000 million in the next month. That's fine. So how this number is actually coming? This is actually coming when I was having the sequence. When I was having the sequence of the sales of last 10 years. So do you feel so that sequence plays a very important role here? Yes, exactly it is. That's why in case of recurrent neural network, that is RNN, we have some of the properties which can handle the sequence related data. Okay, here right now I'm not able to go much more deeper into the recurrent neural network, okay, because we have only 1 hour for the same. Okay, that's why I want to discuss a very realistic problem here. Okay, and that problem is actually on stock market. Okay, stock market data trend are going to be so much dynamic. Okay, because after in every millisecond the stock market values gets up and down. Okay, so there is a huge set of changes. Okay, there is a huge set of changes. So with time you find out that your stock market values are getting up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So how I am able to find out what will going to be the stock market value for tomorrow? Is anybody is able to answer it? You will going to feel like that if someone is going to be the expert, still they are not able to find it out. If somebody is going to be the expert, still they are not able to find it out. But is my machine learning concept is able to find it? Yes, it is. Let me see that. Now you find out in this particular graph, hey, this complete concept is on RNN, because you find out it is learning like a human learn. Whatever epochs these are the set of confirmation the system is taking. Okay, so every time the system is executing my problem, and every time it is identifying that is we reach to the accuracy or not. This is similar kind of a strategy a human is actually having. That's right. For example, if you see a bird, okay, for the very first time, whenever you see it, you are not able to recall it. Whenever you see it again, you put some stress on your brain will going to say it might be possible it's a pigeon, it can be a crow, it can be a duck. So you have now 3 options. Whenever you see that duck again, or whenever you see that shape again, you will going to focus on your brain again, and you will going to analyze, okay, it might be possible that it's a duck or either it's a pigeon. Okay, it's not a crow. After then, whenever you put the strain again on your brain, every time you get some certain set of confirmation. The same set of thing is happening here itself. With every confirmation, in the starting the system was having 0.0253 as a error. The error was quite higher. Even in the very starting it was 0.16. But as system is learning, at the end the error is only 0.0081. So you think over it. This is neural network. This is the way neural network actually approaches on a particular problem. Now you find it out what is happening here in 2017, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. These are the stock market values. This graph is actually indicating that, okay, the estimates are actually increasing with the time. So I able to extract some sort of information from my recurrent neural network. Now what is the main set of thing which I am expecting? This is going to be the main set of thing. You find out we are able to draw a particular graph here, and this graph is indicating that we have 25 instances, and in 25 instances the system is giving the predicted output for the stock market values. I mean, I am predicting what will going to be the stock market value for tomorrow, and we are making it confirm also. Okay, so you find out this red is going to be the stock market value, and this blue is going to be the predicted output that your machine is telling that what will going to be the stock market value. Here I am not going to say that these two are exactly matching, but still your system is able to identify that whenever the stock market values are actually increasing, the system is also saying that here the stock market value will going to increase on 7th day. So on 7th day the stock market value will going to get increased. Your system is saying that the stock market value will get reduced. Okay, so this is going to be the actual reduce, but here the system is giving the prediction. So you find it out. The most dynamic trend of the market is answered by the machine learning recurrent neural network. Okay, so you can feel like that this neural network is able to answer one of the most complex problem we have it into the market, where the trends are going to be so much dynamic. Okay, and the system is able to answer it. Okay, this is going to be the stock market values for the next few days. Now if you have these type of estimate with you, you will going to feel like where you need to invest and where you should not. Hey, this is just one example I'm taking on temporal mining. Similarly, if I talk about the COVID-19 cases, if I talk about the GDP of India, if I talk about when the automobile industries are having huge losses and all, most of the things are actually time related. If I want to find out in case of Amazon how much sale we will going to do tomorrow, that depends on the time related scenario only. Okay, for example, tomorrow it's a season of Diwali. I know the sales are going to be more. If I'm going to feel like no, it's not a season related to the Diwali, I know the sales are going to be less. That's fine. If it's a off season, the sales in Amazon will going to be less, and if it's a Diwali season, the sales are going to be more. It means the sales completely depends on the time. That's fine. So wherever you have a time related problem, you are able to address and answer using recurrent neural network. Okay, and that belongs to the temporal mining. Now you think over it. If I am able to identify when the stock or market values are getting up and down, what I am going to do? I am going to purchase the shares here in the stock market. I am going to invest my money here, and whenever the stock market value will reach over here, I am going to make them sell. So I purchase my stock market values in 20.25 rupees. Okay, and I sell them when it reaches to 21.50. It means more than 1 rupee of the profit I'm getting from here. Whenever I reach here, I'm going to make it sell, because I know after then there will be a downgrade. That's fine. So you find out such a fantastic thing we are able to do. These are going to be so complex problem. That's why other than neural network, they are not able to handle and answer it. That's fine. Now, as we are talking about a neural network, it's actually a part of deep learning. Okay, because we are doing some intense learning here. That's why it is called as deep learning. So I find out one of the article in Times of India, and according to this article, there will be a group of IIT student of Roorkee. Okay, and they utilize deep learning concept, okay, to restore the damaged murals of Ajanta caves. Right. they give a pertain set of patterns by using deep learning, okay, that yes, this is the way we are able to restore whatever damages are there in case of Ajanta caves. Okay, and they actually win the first prize for that also. That's fine. So this is just an example which is indicating that at a very big level or at a very huge level, these things are actually deployed and working very well. Okay, now one of the very interesting part is going to be the salary. If somebody will really wants to go for this machine learning and the related set of domain, okay, they will going to feel like, okay, what is the salary they are going to get from it. That's fine. You will get surprised that whenever you see the estimates given by the Glassdoor, okay, the average pay salary for a machine learning engineer is 11 lakhs per annum. So 11 lakh per annum is going to be the average salary. That's fine. Now you think over it. It's a big set of number. That's right. Whenever it comes to the machine learning. That's fine. Now, let me discuss about some more list of projects so that you can get more understanding about the machine learning part, what it is, why it is, how it is. That's fine. So the projects which are related to the machine learning, okay, which are related to the machine learning is actually on the movies count predictive model. You can take a very realistic example of IMDb. Okay, you can take a very realistic example of IMDb. Whenever it comes to the IMDb, one thing is very much confirmed here, okay, that yes, we are able to find it out that which type of movie is having what particular ratings. So whenever I need to see some movie, how I am able to see that? I'm going to see that through some ratings given by the customers or by the viewers. That's fine. So this type of projects we are able to cover up through the machine learning. Complexity reduction on plant model. Whenever we create a plant model, that's fine, just to identify what type of plant it is. Okay, we know the complexity nowadays problem are going to be higher. Okay, so just by utilizing the concept of machine learning, we are able to make our problem lesser complex, okay, by reducing the dimensionality. Banking fraud predictive model, this is one of the best set of example for machine learning. Okay, like people actually make fraud. Okay, now to prevent for getting fraud, okay, banks utilize the machine learning concept, okay, so that through the machine learning concept it's quite easy to identify it and to make it alert. That's fine. Credit cards are going to be a very same set of example for it. Okay, next one is going to be the banking customer handling predictive model. Okay, like if I talk about a bank, customers plays a very crucial role. That's fine. Customers plays a very crucial role here. That's fine. Now if let's suppose if any of the customer is closing their bank account, the banks start getting some sort of losses from there. That's fine, because they are earning small set of money from every customer. Okay, so that's why it's important to understand that what type of customer will going to exit a bank, that is known as churning. Okay, and what type of customer will not going to. That's right. Insurance fraud predictive model. You can take a very realistic example of Policy Bazaar. That's fine. That is insurance based fraud predictive model. So whenever it comes to the insurance segment, there also the possibilities are there that somebody will going to create some sort of fraud. On stock market, I just show you one example for it. That's fine. That whenever it comes to the stock market, how we are able to develop these type of concepts. That's fine. Banking customer account predictive model. Okay, that the customer is going to exit a bank or not. Okay, target predictive model for plant categories, just to identify what category of plant it is by identifying their leaves. Because what we actually do, whenever you want to identify a plant, you identify through the shape and size of that leaves. That's fine. The same we are able to do it through our machines also. Creating some basic Python games. Okay, creating some models on life expectancy, like in a particular area I want to find out what is the life expectancy there according to their population and many more things. That's fine. Hey, these type of projects plays a very crucial role. That's fine. And survival analysis in case of a business. You know that if I talk about entrepreneurs, there are so many entrepreneurs available, okay? And what entrepreneurs actually do, they, whenever they try to run their particular business, they are not doing it without using any intelligence. Okay, they are utilizing so much smartness there, and with this smartness they are already finding that how much they can survive, then only they start their business. Okay, so that the risk factor should be minimum, because you know, in case of every business there will be a huge set of risk. That's fine. So this is again one more set of project which is associated with the curriculum given by the library itself. That's fine. Okay, now I'm going to talk about some of the career path for the same. Okay, you know, everybody is so much interested in finding, okay, how they are actually going to get a particular job in this kind of segment. Okay, and trust me, whenever it comes to the career path, there are so much um, courses available into the market. Okay, even we are offering, right, that that plays a very crucial role. Okay, whenever somebody wants to create their future, okay, in these set of domains. Okay, like Python as one of the programming platform which are mainly utilized by many of the segments. Okay, machine learning, which we are already talking about, and you already get an idea that in most of the segments it plays a very crucial role. Data science, yes, whenever it comes to the data, whenever it comes to the extracting some information from it, data science plays a very crucial role, right? And the last one is going to be the artificial intelligence. Okay, if these type of domain you have it into your basket, nobody is able to stop, nobody is able to stop, right? Okay, now if you have any queries related to the contents and the things I actually cover up, okay, you can ask. Till then, I'll hand over the session to Mr. Sujit again. Okay, if you have any queries, you can write down over the chat window. Okay, in between, I'm going to make them revert. Now I'm hand over the session to Mr. Sujit. You please
Yeah.
take care.
Thank you, Sushil. I'll just, the session was really superb, uh, especially the kind of projects that you were mentioning, and also the career path that you suggested, especially to start with Python and then move into data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Uh, and the kind of take home that people are getting these days. Of course, if we go to the Naukri and other job portals itself, we can see a lot of um, insights into that hands-on ourselves. Okay, so I just wanted to take a few minutes for the students. I request you all to fill the feedback form. We have put that link in
Hey, we are not able to hear you. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
I
hear
can
me
hear
now?
you now. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I just wanted to take 2 minutes. When we want to decide a career path, of course, not everybody has a mentor like we brought in Sushil, who's really experienced. We every time we can't find an expert, we don't know. Okay, so it's very difficult, but still, when you go to the industry, we they pick only the right person who has the right skills. Okay, so you need to be ready with those skills. It's like those days people will take and give training that is not there. Even I myself, I've gone through a lot of interviews where people tell me, sir, you give me one chance, I will do well and all. But in that interview, there are lots of people waiting, and there are already people with the right skills. So being ready for the market is very, very important these days. Okay, so we have gained a lot of knowledge. Okay, but when we want to really, when companies are expecting us to work from right day one. Okay, so we need to use that knowledge, and we need to develop skills. We need to know how, what to do. Just knowledge is not enough. We need to know how to do, like, you know, we need to really do. We should be able to do these kind of things, like what Sushil explained today. So we need to develop the skills, and not just skills. I also know machine learning, I also know some software, Java, Python. That is not enough. Proficiency of the skill is important. Okay, proficiency means to what level, what is your expertise in that skill. That will determine your success. Okay, so to beat the competition, first thing, you need the skills. Second thing, you need to develop proficiency in the skills, and that will determine your success. Okay, so, and again, to choose this, like, we don't have Sushil every time to give us the advice. Okay, this is not a product like iPhone. It's a standard product, so different shops give at different rates, so we can just choose which is the rate, which is cheaper, and go and buy that. iPhone is not going to change unless it is duplicate. But in training, it's not like that. It's not based on the, it's, you can't really judge it by you don't have anything to judge when you go for a service. Like food, you have to taste it and see. Okay, but how will you, what guarantees you that? Okay, that is what, that is where livewire is. We have all the credentials that is there, like ISO, MSME training, the National Skill Development Corporation has accredited us. Lot of things. This 30 years of experience is there. So this is the syllabus that we are going to give for the machine learning course. Okay, we have a standard syllabus. We have split this syllabus into day by day. What is the session? What are the examples that the student have to go through? All these are standard procedures that we follow to in the training curriculum. So there is a standard which is common across all our centers. Okay, so I just wanted to take you through the courses that we offer. We have different combinations of course. We start from, like, even if you take any topic, we have a fundamental course, not a diploma course, a master diploma course. So according to everybody's economic situation, we have designed this, but mostly we advise you to take the master course, which covers the entire segment of the learning path, and also it fits very perfectly when you go for a job. Okay, so these are the special programs that we have. These are the courses that we have for the software development, which covers C, C++, Java, Python, full stack development, and all that. And these are IT infrastructure. I don't know how many of you knew. For example, I can tell you, like, networking, network security, ethical hacking, cloud computing. Cloud computing is also one of the leading topics that is going on now, including you yourself are using all the platforms that you use are on the cloud now. So you need to know how to manage it on the cloud. So like Amazon, Netflix, everything is on the cloud today. Yeah, Google. Okay, so, and these are electronic design automation course, which is most related to embedded systems, automotive electronics, and all that. So why livewire? As I told you, we have the right credentials. We have certified faculties. We also provide placement assistance. I'm not telling placement assured. We are talking about placement assistance. Okay, because most of your skill set is going to depend on how much effort you put, how much skill set you have. So it is really fake to guarantee any placement. Nobody can give that, because even if you join and if you don't know to do anything, we can't place you. So we only provide placement assistance. Okay, and these are the deliverables that we provide. We have a certificate. Today we have also the dual certification program and a deep learning module. It is completely online. There are some apart from the live faculty led programs, which is online also today. We also provide some recorded sessions, some course material, interview questions, all those kind of supports, the lab support and all also is bundled into a deep learning module. You will be given a username and password to access those things when you join. Okay, so these are the details of the deep learning module. There are 10 hours of expert sessions in that also. This is our center in Selayur. We are just 7 minutes from Bharat University. When you come from Bharat University, when you come to the Camp Road Junction, you take a right, and from there it will be just 4 minutes from that. We are at Rajagilpakkam, close to New Life Hospital and opposite to Aruvi Restaurant. Thank you all for your valuable time. Please follow us on Livewire Selayur. Thank you, Kalimurthy sir. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. Please fill the feedback form. People who have attended the full session will be given the e-certificate also. Sir, over to you, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes. Thank you very much, both of Mr. Sujit Prabhakaran and Shugil Soni for given a wonderful session for our students. It will be more beneficial to our students. Really, on behalf of our Department of Computer Science and Engineering, once again I would like to thank both Sujit Prabhakaran and Shugil Soni and organizer Sushil Soni. Yeah, sorry, and our organizer Mr. Solomon Raju for their kind support for conducting this event very successfully, and also it will be very useful for our students.
Yeah, I thank all the students for their wonderful participation. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.